Alright, people, the last few days we've been teased a little bit. Been teased a little bit about potentially Terence Crawford versus Errol Spence actually happening. Well, today we got the official word. Yes, it is. It's happening in Las Vegas, July the 29th. Oh my god, Showtime pay-per-view, of course. It would have to be pay-per-view, obviously, but thank God. Oh my God, thank God we're getting this fight. I can't wait. You know me, I've talked about this for the last couple of years on this channel. This is the fight. Out of all of them, even when Joshua Wilder was the fight to be made, I was saying, I'd actually rather see Crawford Spence. Maybe a little bit past the sell-by date. Not really past the sell-by date, what am I saying? But a little bit later than we would have preferred. I think that's fair to say. I think 2018, 2019 would have been optimum. But at the end of the day, it's happening. It's not one of these fights where, a bit like Kell Brook and Amir Khan, both guys are at the tail end of their careers and both guys retired after it. It's not going to be like that. Spence is still reasonably young. Yeah, Crawford's getting a little bit up there in age, but he's not shown any signs of a decline. He's not had a particularly punishing career. So Crawford, Spence, if they're not both in their prime, they're not far removed from it. That's the best way to say it. It's not like they're both shot. It's not like these two guys are on their way out and there's no chance of them beating the top welterweight. These are the top welterweights, 1 and 2. There's no disputing that. So it's going to be great to see. I can't wait. I'm ecstatic for it. It's weird because, we've talked about this fight for years and years and years now. Since Terence Crawford beat Jeff Horn back in, I think it was April 2018, we've said, well, obviously Spence Crawford is the fight to make. And obviously Spence is gone. He's picked up his world titles. He's unified. He's beaten who he's need to beat. He picked up his title off Kell Brook. Then he unified with Sean Porter. And then obviously he got that belt off Dennis Ugas last year, which is still his last fight. So there will be a lot more inactivity from Errol Spence as opposed to Terence Crawford. However, saying that, Errol Spence is the younger guy. Terence Crawford is the older guy by a couple of years. So will that play a factor? We've heard Errol Spence mention the fact that if he was to fight Keith Thurman, and remember we were talking about that fight a couple of months ago, that'd be up at 154 pounds. And if that was the case, this fight would never have happened, because Errol Spence was thinking about, all right, 154 is where I lay. Either way, I expect it to be his last fight, win or lose, at 147. But the fact that it's against Crawford, all the marbles, undisputed, at 147 pounds, lads, I am so freaking happy that we're going to get this fight. Of course, it's a watch-along. Even in advance, you don't need to ask, am I doing a watch-along? Of course I will be doing a watch-along. I'll do the whole flipping card if I have to. I'm so flipping ecstatic that finally, boxing is coming good this year. I mean, last year was a bit of a you-know-what show, but this year it's coming good. Obviously, it's early days at the end of the day. You could say, gee, you're getting excited, and fair enough, you have every reason to. They've announced it, but until they're in the ring, you don't know what might happen. Look at Eubank versus Smith. It's been pulled out twice now, and potentially it's binned. I don't know. Look at Ben versus Eubank, called off on fight week. Yeah, I get that. I think this fight is going to happen. I don't see anyone pulling out. I think this fight is legit. It's going to happen. Two-way rematch, apparently. 10 million, round about that for either guy. So everyone seems to be happy out. And yeah, look, I am. Yes, lads, we got Crawford Spence. We flipping got Crawford Spence, and I'm happy about that. That's the main thing. We got the fight. I think we're going to get it. I think it's going to happen, as in obviously it's been announced, but in terms of pullouts, I don't think anyone's going to pull out. I think we're all good. And lads, we are going to have an absolute field day. Might even do a documentary before this fight. Who knows? We're going to have a field day plugging this fight. 100%. Let me know your thoughts. Who do you have? Who you got? Who you picking? Crawford, Spence? Let me know in the comments. Smash the like button if you go to subscribe, of course, if you haven't already. For now, I'll talk to you. Peace.